Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now, as you saw in the intro, today's review video is going to focus on Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Soundwave, as he appears in Transformers Prime. And man, I actually had this figure years ago. I just recently was able to reobtain it, and he's just as awesome as he was then. I mean, let's take a closer look at number one, the head sculpt. That is, wow. Yeah, that is, damn, man. I mean, you just see a plain mask. He is always silent. It's very rare you ever hear him. And despite the fact it is like as as he is known, he is the eyes and ears of the Decepticons. He is basically for surveillance, information gathering, etc. And basically, as Megatron once said, there are those that know when to divulge information and when to keep it. And this is Soundwave. I mean, he is very slender, lanky. I mean, everything is just a lot of molded detail on here. Very minimal, very minimal light spots. And yeah, and of course, Soundwave would not be complete without his surveillance drone, Laserbeak, which is right here in his chest. And yeah, man, that is, here he is right there. Holy cow, man, that is, and I mean, sheesh, this is really, really awesome. And the fact that it comes from his chest and you can put him perched up in his hand right here. I'm going to try and perch him on his hand here. There we go, right there. I'm going to try and zoom out so you can see exactly what the hell I am doing. So there is Soundwave with Laserbeak in hand. And man, that is... I mean, this is such an awesome looking figure. Well, now of course, for some reason, he has some difficulty in standing, but I think this is due to my display. And I'll zoom out, so right there. And to go ahead and lower this down as well. I mean, wow. Very, very nice. And let's go ahead and take a look at him. Like I said, a lot of molded detail. A lot of good. I mean, everything is in his place. Very minimal backpack. His legs are kind of folded out, But I know there is a third party, I think it is ADP, that has this third party version of this figure. So I may try and get that one along with the Dark Master and the AP leader. So that way I can be able to have him, or have at least those three. I'm going to go ahead and put Soundwave back into his chest, or I should say Laserbeak back into his chest, and see if I can get that in there. There we go, right there, and there. Right where he needs to be, in his chest. So, yeah, that is... Now, again, I wound up getting this figure through the marketplace, and I actually wound up picking this up today as of this recording. So you'll probably see this video, if you're watching this 2 weeks from now. It was 2 weeks ago that I wound up getting this figure. So, he's a great looking figure. I like him. He out of all of the Transformer Prime figures that I had gotten in the past and reobtained recently, or I should say over time, Soundwave has been the toughest to find again, and I am so grateful I was able to get him. So let me take a few more pics, and I will be right back with transformation. I am back. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience. So we're going to go ahead and get started with transformation. And one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to fold his forearms in among themselves. Once that is in, we're going to go ahead and just snap the wings in like so. So that way they're all just one. Now, with that being done, I'm going to go ahead and pull the backpack, which is on a rocker hinge, pull this tail or thruster portion, and then just fold the head back and just snap this there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and work on the feet. Now, all we're going to do at this point is just move. Actually, we're going to go ahead and just straighten the legs out. Going to do the same thing over here. Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and just lower this down so I don't have to be reaching up too much. Okay, so at this point, we're going to go ahead and take these feet underneath, tuck them in like so, and we're going to go ahead and take his heel spurs, which will become the underside of the nose cone. Now all we're going to do is just pull this portion out, pull this out, and there we go. We got the first half. Now at this point, all we're going to do is do the exact same thing. Now, we're going to go ahead and just start, just pegging everything together. And alrighty, there we go, like so. So, all we have to do now is take these arms that will become his wings, and these are on a rocker hinge here, so we just take them off the side and just snap that like so, And there is this peg here that's going to go into that slot right there. And like that. Do the exact same thing here. Just untab like that and just peg. And there we go. All we gotta do is just put everything else together and just make sure all that is like that. Okay, there we go. And there is Soundwave in his drone mode. And very slender, very much like an actual drone. There is a lot of back and robot kibble under here, and then we got Laserbeak just tucked in there. But other than that, it doesn't take away from from the actual robot or the actual drone. So just gonna go ahead and just center that. And like that, I mean, wow, not too bad. So I wound up trying to look for first edition Starscream as well as the Takara Megatron that I picked up about a few years ago that I had upgraded. And I'm going to go ahead and try and bring those out for comparison. And here are Soundwave and Megatron, and you can tell Megatron does tower over Soundwave, but wow, I mean, just look at how slender and imposing that Soundwave can be, despite that. And for anyone that has seen Transformers Prime, yeah. As Knockout had told, his buddy, be careful with the quiet ones. This is such an amazing figure. So let's take a look at them in vehicle mode. And here they are in their vehicle mode, and I have to say, Soundwave literally is an awesome vehicle mode. When I first saw him in the original Transformers Prime series, I was amazed that he had turned into a drone. This was like, wow. I was just like, look at that. That is so much awesome. And the fact that Laserbeak just blends in with it, the way he's designed and everything, man, take a look at that. So yeah, there he is. So I'm gonna go ahead, get these guys, or at least get Soundwave back into robot mode, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts as well as my score. And here is Soundwave all by his lonesome. Well, not exactly. He's got Laserbeak in him. And I have to say, I am liking this figure. It is such a great reacquisition to a figure that I thought was lost to me. I'm grateful I had the funds to actually go ahead and get him. That being said, I am going to go ahead and say that, for a figure that is, I want to say, over 10 years old, it has lasted, but there are a couple of issues that weren't apparent during the video, but were apparent off camera, and that's the legs. The legs are a little bit wobbly, so I will have to go ahead and put some clear nail polish or floor polish to thicken that up so I can snap that in there. So it should become steady after that. But other than that, this figure is phenomenal. I've always loved this figure. He was a great character in Transformers Prime. I love the fact that, you know, he was formidable, even though he said nothing. And yeah, there are those moments in the show where he proved his worth, and he proved that he is not someone you want to mess with. So, if I have to give him a score on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 10. Again, this is a great figure. He really, really lasted the test of time. Like I said, there were a couple of issues that I discovered off camera that I will correct, at the end of this video. But definitely a figure. But let me ask you, do you happen to have this particular figure? And if so, do you like them? Do you hate them? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.